I said, looked good dialed in. And Midnight Interlude, I think, looked better today than they did in the Kentucky Derby. But I thought that they both looked a little bit heavy coming into the Kentucky Derby, and I think that they looked like they got what they needed out of that race. Mucho Macho Man, on the other hand, maybe got a little too much out of that race. He's a little too light for my taste. Astrology got a little wound up in the saddle lane enclosure, but he's better now. And I should mention that King Kanji and Mr. Commons just stood out. They looked really good, the new shooters of King Kanji and Mr. Commons, but Sway Away, the sixth, washed out entirely. And it's not exactly what you'd want to see. Garrett Gomez said he never does that, Tom.
All right, Dan City now, because he's been a problem at the gate in the past, especially in the Arkansas Derby, is going to load first.
He's going to load first, and Donna, he looked like he was getting nervous as well, and that's not a good sign for a horse that acted up in the starting gate in Arkansas.
No, you can see that lather on his neck, the white lather on his neck, and he's also got that down between his legs. It's not really what you want to see, but this is a horse that at Arkansas, they finally got him into the starting gate by opening up the front doors. They already have the front doors open. They've schooled him here repeatedly with these front doors open, and he's been good in the morning, so I know that they're hoping he'll be good today, but he's already giving them just a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, giving him a bit of a fight. Looks like he's going to head up there right now, but the reason they're doing this, they very rarely load a horse first, but they don't want to penalize the rest of the field. Looks like they've all but got him in, Donna.
It'll take half a dozen assistant starters to get him in, but he is in. And on Thursday, as they schooled him at the gate, trying to get him used to it so he wouldn't act up when race time came, but a little different in the mornings and with the big crowd on hand, and there he backed out of the gate during the schooling session. And now there he is. He's safely in the gate. Dance City, first one in, is in the gate in the number 8 post position. Horses will continue to load. Mucho Macho Man goes in. There's dialed in. Look at the flash point. Expected to show early speed coming to the gate. There's the Derby winner, number 11, Animal Kingdom. All eyes on him, including his trainer, Graham Motion. Shackleford still is not. It is a hot day, but still that he is better than you like a horse to see, expending energy now instead of in the race.
Yeah, he's not focused at all, and he's been like this since he walked onto the track, since he was on the turf course being saddled. I mean, I think he'll walk right in there, but he's going to want to show more speed than they would like early on. We're going to see a hot pace, I think, Tom.
Isn't he perfect into the gate? So a field of 14 for the 136 running of the Preakness Stakes at a mile and 3/16 with the call. Here's Larry Coleman.
All right, Tom. Midnight Interlude is taking his spot at the starting gate next to Dance City, and Mr. Commons from California coming up to the outside stall. Mr. Commons with Victor Esposito hesitates just a little bit here. They're standing well. Dance City looked like he was stirred up a bit once they got him into the gate. Everyone else standing pretty quietly here, but Mr. Commons has taken a step sideways. Assistant starters trying to get him to come up. Okay, he's come up to the outside stall. They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Preakness. And Flashpoint as expected had a great beginning. And Shackleford's right alongside. Outside of them, Midnight Interlude away running in third. Dance City fourth to the outside of them. Then it's Concealed Identity. Astrology is down on the inside. It's Flashpoint and Shackleford. And these two, no surprise, 1-2 and moving right along to that first turn. Flashpoint the leader. Shackleford to the outside in second. That opening quarter blazing. 22 and 3/5 seconds. Astrology is third to the inside. Midnight Interlude is right there running in fourth. Dance City fifth behind them. Then it's a length and a half to Concealed Identity. Norman Asbjornsen is down on the inside. Mucho Macho Man is 7 lengths off this hot pace. Isn't He Perfect is next. And then it's Mr. Cummins, followed by King Kanji to the inside. It's 4 lengths back to Sway Away. And after that, Animal Kingdom, the Kentucky Derby winner, second last, leading only dialed in past a 46 and 4/2 mile. Flashpoint a neck in front of Shackleford as they head to the half-mile pole. Midnight Interlude is 2 lengths off of them. Astrology is fourth down on the inside. Then it's Dance City running in fifth. Followed between horses as they move into the far turn by Norman Asbjornsen. Then it's King Kanji down on the inside. Mucho Macho Man is next. Animal Kingdom is beginning to move now, but he still has 7 lengths to make up. Dialed in is also making some progress. It's Shackleford who will be the first one
so there's Graham Motion and the disappointment on his face in Barry Irwin's. Animal Kingdom was rolling, but he just did not have enough room to catch Shackleford, and all the pre-race problems that Shackleford had. What a race he ran.
He ran a great race, Tom, and he ran a very similar race to the pace he set in the Kentucky Derby. The first quarter was lightning fast, 22-3. Then they went 46-4 for the half mile, 112. JESUS Castanon, he was able to slow it down again and had plenty left in reserve for the mile and 3/16 of today's race, not a mile and a quarter.
And there's John Velasquez on Animal Kingdom, and JESUS Castanon riding Shackleford for trainer Dale Romans, pulling the upset here at the Preakness. Trainer Graham Motion, and here was Shackleford, first to hit the stretch.
And this horse, he's got a pretty good turn of foot. He's a speed horse, quick out of the gates, and then he settles for the jockey well. And he can establish, I mean, he lengthens away from the rest of the field in a matter of strides, and he starts getting late. You'll see him duck in. JESUS Castanon going to hit him right-handed one time. He says, don't hit me right-handed. He switches lead legs, went to his left leg. JESUS gets him recollected, gets him balanced. He's getting tired, but it didn't matter. He still won by, it looks like about 3/4 of a length there in the end, a diminishing 3/4 of a length, but a heck of a ride from JESUS.
All right, let's go to Donna.